Ideally, you don't want them to be just overly energetic in the round pen. You want them to listen to the speed that you ask them to go, but not act like they're just terrified or something. He's got just a little bit of energy, but he seems like he's willing to listen pretty good today. He's got his mind mostly on the grass down there. Good boy. Whoa. Good boy. I always walk up and pet him if he stops and listens to you. 99% of the time they'll follow you back to the center like he did a second ago, but he'll probably go a little ways and try to take a bite of grass. So I'll give him just a little kiss noise and say, since you didn't want to follow me, and go back around a little ways. Yep. Good boy, ho. Come here, boy. Come on. Good boy. Come here. Come on. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. So he doesn't really want to listen. He'd rather try to sneak some grass. So we'll just work around here for a little while longer. See if he changes his mind. Come around. You don't want him to change direction on you. If he tries to go the other way, just step over a little bit and send him around with your arm. Just point in the direction you want him to go. And they try that pretty often. They just always have to test you just to see if you're still in charge. Just like they do to each other out in the pasture. Somebody's always trying to get one step ahead of the other ones. But he's being pretty good and relaxed. I mean, he's walking a little fast, but he's got a good relaxed body and expression. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know why he decided to turn around the other way. Is beyond me, but they do that sometimes. So we'll just send him back around the other way. Get up. He's got a really nice gait. Yep. That's a good example of it there. Good boy. Ho. Sometimes I like to just wait and see what they're gonna do. You may get curious and wander over here. Usually takes several tries to get him to just stop and walk up to you automatically. He's getting over his stubbornness, but they all seem to go through that phase once in a while, like don't really want to. So I guess he'd just rather stand there, so send him around a little bit more. Ripley, back. Ripley's a big help. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. This new thing is trying to turn around after you get him to stop. So, see if he'll do it, and I can kind of explain what to do. Just step over to the other side, point your right hand out. Usually point my finger in the direction that he's supposed to be going. Just always correct him and make him go back the way that you asked them to go. Whoa. Yeah. Same thing there. If he does it after you ask him to stop, just try to get him to face the other way. Because you didn't ask him to turn around. They get kind of sticky about certain sides sometimes. He just doesn't want to stop with his right eye facing me. For whatever reason. I just point my finger, step over a little bit, and click to him. He knows what you're telling him to do. Now, since that seems to be a little issue of his today, we'll just work on that until we accomplish him stopping in the direction that he was moving. Whoa. That was a little better, so I'll give him a second rest. He also doesn't really want to look me in the eye right now. Good boy. Good boy. Easy, buddy. Good boy. That was a good job. That was a good job, buddy. Yeah. I'm just praising him for coming to me on his own. Flies are driving him crazy. I'm gonna try to record while fly spraying, just to show you something else you can use the round pen for, teaching him to stand still to be fly sprayed, because he's not real crazy about it. He's accepting it now, but really none of them like being fly sprayed. But it's the same concept. Anything you want to teach them in here, if they don't want to just stand here and be part of it, just make them do circles. But I always give him several chances to make the right decision. You know, if he backs up a little bit, I'm not going to immediately send him around, because then he'll just kind of get confused and be more like being a drill sergeant. You just want him to realize that all he's got to do is just stand there. So I usually give him a couple of tries. Good boy. Good boy. This is really hard to do this while recording. Flies are really bad. He's gotten pretty used to being fly sprayed. And always just wipe it over his eyes, because they don't like being sprayed in the face. Here's a good example of what to do when they don't want to whoa. He's got a little bit of excess energy, so he doesn't really feel like listening to me when I tell him to whoa. Either that, or he's just being a little bit stubborn, because he'll try to stop on his own. He just doesn't want to do it when I ask him. So, I'll try here and see if he'll listen this time. Whoa. Oh, that time he did. Good boy. Good boy, Milo. I kind of prefer to wait till he at least looks at me before I go over and pet him. Good boy, Milo. Get up. Biggest thing is staying low energy. You know, he's pretty sensitive, so it doesn't take much of anything to get him to get up and go. So just keep your body language. Keep your body language kind of passive to keep him calm. You want him to get up and go when you ask him to, but not get super excited. Yep. Whoa, good boy. He's still being just a little bit stubborn about coming to me. Come here, Milo. Come here, buddy. Yep. That's about as fast as you want him going when you ask him to move around. A little bit faster. If he gets much more excited than that, you need to kind of calm your body energy down and become less aggressive in your body language. Yep. Good boy. Woo. He gets kind of uptight pretty easily. You can't do just a whole lot with him off the bat. So right now, since he's not wanting to do what he knows that he's supposed to do, instead of getting him excited, I'm just going to give him a second to chill and breathe. Wait for his eyes to soften. Once he relaxes a little bit, I'll go over there and pet him, and I bet next time he'll probably do it right. Good boy, Easy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, come on. Come on. Come here. He didn't want to come with me, so he can go around a little bit more. Up. I'm going to try this again, see if he'll do it correctly. Good boy, whoa. Whoa. Not at all. Starting to relax a little bit more. Still doesn't really want to relax his jaw and mouth, and that's important to watch for. Make sure you've heard about the licking and chewing. It means they're thinking and starting to process. He's starting to there. They've got their jaw and lips clenched. They're probably not quite ready to listen. Yeah, boy. Woo. It's a better face expression. He's still a little defiant. It's going to take forever to work him that way to get him to come to me, because he would rather work himself around here right now than cooperate with me. So I'm going to back up a step and just go ahead and pet him. Easy, buddy. Come away. Come away. Come here. He knows that I want him to follow me. Right now, he just doesn't feel like it. Come here, buddy. You're okay. Good boy. Come here. Good boy. He knew that was the right answer to begin with. He just wasn't tired at all. Didn't feel like it. Got a much better facial expression. He worked for probably 15 minutes around there. Again, not high energy, just keeping his feet moving steadily. I think the trick is making them go just a little bit faster than they really want to go. And sometimes they actually enjoy going around the round pen, so it can take longer in that case. The next thing I usually do is kind of work with the lunge whip. Helps desensitize. Just kind of pet him with it as if it were your hand. And a lot of times this will actually calm them down a lot. Because when they're babies, their mom will stand right next to them and flick her tail over their body to keep flies off of them. So they've kind of associated that with the calming thing. So if you just kind of flick it over their withers a little bit, a lot of times you'll get a lot calmer horse. And around their legs. I usually touch them with it first before I just go whipping around their legs. And you always want to strive for that expression in everything you do. Always end on a good note when they're calm, if you want a calm horse. Whoa. Come here, buddy. Milo, come here. Good boy. Good boy. Now, after half hour in the round pen, he's willing to listen. Had to get himself all sweaty. Now he gets to rest. Good boy. That's what you want. That is willing right there. He's not real happy about it, but he's willing now. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. We'll just kind of make sure that they'll follow you around a little bit and then let them breathe. That's the reward. He's just getting to relax. Normally they don't have to get this tired, but he's going through a little stubborn streak.